GDCM Global Demand Chain Management, Warehouse Exchange, Bank of Baroda, Transworld Group, Hindustan Platinum, SYRMA, well, it's Indian Academy of Management, IAM, Bhavani Shipping Services Private Limited, Palm Realty LLP, SPD, Dino, Thailand, Pegasus, Maritime Inc., Shubha Lakshmi, We Plan, and Alak. Thank you so much for supporting our event, USC Marshall Center for Global Supply Chain Management. And right now, our keynote speaker, ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to invite one, well, he's been with us not just today, but constantly briefing us throughout. We are truly honored to have with us Mr. Augustine Chalissery, the founder and CEO of Fourth Party 4PL Logistics. Can I please request Ms. Geeta Ghosh to escort Mr. Augustine, please? Ms. Geeta, all right, Ms. Geeta is getting all dressed up. Thank you. I request you to escort Mr. Augustine Chalissery, SPD, SourceProcureDeliver. Thank you very much, Mr. Augustine. And I was looking out for you outside. And I didn't know you were all getting set to have a nice session. Please. Thank you.
Good evening. Hello, good evening. We are, I think, an hour and a half or 2 hours behind schedule, I think. And I'll stick to my 10 minutes. Okay. So I'll just give you a brief of the subject that we are on. Today we are talking about fourth party logistics, and that's what SPD stands for. We have basically, SPD is an aggregator, a fourth party logistics provider, and a systems integrator. To make it a little easy, what I've done is taken case studies so that it's easier for us to go by it. This has come about basically because of what GST has done to our economy in terms of scaling down the business. And every manufacturer is trying to keep his stock low. So what we have done is put a model together where we look at moving the stock from one distribution hub throughout India, because that's what GST allows us to do, or we can have multiple hubs in the major cities, and then distribute to the stock points. Our partner Logic Ladder, which is based in Gurgaon, is an Internet of Things service provider. And what they have come up with something very unique. That is, they have come up with a solution for handling multiple assets around the country. For example, if there are about 500 generators around the country, you can loop all these 500 generators to a central platform and switch it off, switch it on, or you can have different parameters of the generator tabulated through a platform in the US. With them, what we try to do is use that same application in a shrimp farm in Karwar, where we had a probe that was put into the pond. From the probe, the information was moved to a unit which was a cloud connector. The data then passed on from the cloud connector to the server in the US. Now, the server in the US had a software which basically understood what was being relayed to it and gave instructions back to the pond. That is, to switch on the transformer, switch off the air blower, and it also monitored what was happening inside the pond. So we made a very deep study into actually how the shrimp farm worked, what the risks there were, and we came up with a solution for the client. One of the major, changes that we have brought about in our clients' operation is by taking over their services or whatever they find it difficult or the pain points. The responsibility that we undertake is basically handling different aspects in the warehouse, that is right from order management, order fulfillment, procurement, and last mile delivery. These are some of the clients that we have. One of us is based in the US. For them, we actually import the material or their portable toilets into India. We stock it in Bhiwandi, and then we have, when they have exhibitions all over the place, we move it to the exhibition site, store it there, and then take it to the next point. Now, this manufacturer actually went on and took the Make in India queue, and he had these portable toilets made in different parts of India. Our job was to then collect it, bring it to a central point, and when he had customers, we assembled it, and then we took it back to the client there. For Noble Biocare, this is a company based in Singapore. They had a huge set of clients in India. We, as a fourth-party logistics provider, basically imported the material on their behalf. We intimated the client when the shipment had arrived at the airport, delivered it, collected the money, and then, as per the agreement, we then remitted it back. So the client did not have to basically have a registered company here, nor get into taxation. This is one of our major clients that we have, that is M&M. For them, right from the purchase order that is given to the supplier to the purchase order that is given to the vendor, we handle everything in between. That starts from procurement from any part of the world or any part of India, bring it to the Bhiwandi warehouse. And then from there, we handled inventory management, we handled warehouse management, we handled order fulfillment, and last mile delivery. So all these aspects of the client's business was outsourced to us, and we took it forward with them in that manner. This is an interesting client that we have here called the Indian Bean Company. What we did for them was that their suppliers were based in Coorg and the other tea estates that are around there. We picked up the bean bags from there. We took it and brought it to a blender close to Mumbai. From the blender, we took it to a grinder where it was powdered. It was packed and then brought to the warehouse. The entire chain of events was handled by us. After that, they gave us the purchase order that used to come in from the vendors, the B2B and B2C, and we used to then see that it was delivered wherever it was required across India. Now, once we have done this part, then comes the technology part. So what we do is we handle this for about 6 months on a manual basis, and then through our technology partners, we then draw up the architecture and the business logic of the business, and the coding is done through our technology partners. So that what the client gets is a completely, it's an enterprise solution that he gets. So in effect, we are offering something what SAP, BAN, Oracle offers, but at the grassroots level. A company in Bohemia for whom we handled, business in India, wherein they wanted to enter into India, and we gave them a list of services that we could offer them, right from handling their products at different exhibitions and finding a distributor for them, importing the material and then distributing it across India, collection of the money, and then transferring it back to them. For E-Industrial, this is a company based in the US, a huge company which has got about 8 warehouses across the US. This company holds stock of every conceivable spare part that you can think about. Now, our association with them was that they had clients in India who used to call them up. The marketing was done by them. We had a call center here that operated 24/7. We handled their inquiries, worked out the landed cost right from the stock point in the US, and we delivered it by air or sea anywhere in India. So these were all original parts of these brands that you can see out of the US. This is a company from Mauritius. We did labeling for them in the sense that we got the spice from the source, got it ground, packed, got the approval from them on different packing that they needed, and shipped it out to Mauritius. There's a client in Tahiti that we had who basically wanted to source products out of India. What we did here is, they used to tell us we needed t-shirts, or we needed essential oils, or some product that they wanted to sell out on eBay. The beauty of what we did here is They gave us the order, paid us the cash, we paid the supplier, picked up the material, and then delivered it directly to their clients across the Pacific region there. So there was no need to, put the goods into a container and then ship it out, and then they receive it, and then they distribute it. So a company from Australia wanted to get into India and sell this particular product. We did a feasibility study of the landed cost of how much would it cost them, at the retail outlet. So the entire study was done by us, and we did a sampling across different wine shops and different outlets in different suburbs of Mumbai. After that, we came to an understanding that the cost that the actually end cost was quite high. Then we looked at the next option. Can we actually manufacture it here? So we worked out that costing, but again, due to the high import duties, they found that unfeasible. Here is where we have used business automation. That is, the automation of workflows, processes, and tasks. So we built an order management system for them with sales performance as an added feature. And we broke it down into different stages. We had a system study that we did with them, broke down the entire process within the organization at the user level. Once we got into the different stages that were there, we built them a dashboard, which actually took them from stage 1 to stage 2, stage 3. This is where we handled the operation for about 6 months, ran it thoroughly, understood it, and then we started automating the processes. So then the people were on board. Otherwise, we would have faced a lot of resistance. But here what we do is get integrated with the team, and once we have this working, we then provide the client a set of, the manpower to operate it. Just to summarize, in the sense, SPD, basically what it does is, it triggers new thoughts, new ideas at the client's place, finds his pain points, and then we look at finding solutions for him. I'm sorry, okay. So all in all, as I summarize, SPD basically brings value add through a combination of fusion of technology and on-the-ground operations. So that's how we have brought technology in to the client's day-to-day operations and helped them to find solutions for it. Thank you.
So can we request you to stay back, and can we please request Ms. Geeta to fill state? Please, Ms. Geeta, can we please have you here? And I want you to be on your toes because I'm going to invite you to welcome our next panelist too. Ms. Geeta Ghosh to do the honors and present a bouquet and trophy along with Mr. Raj to Mr. Augustine Chalissery. And I did hear a lot of applauses from my right side. So can I please request everyone to applaud for your own self? Thank you very much. Thank you, beautiful people. Truly appreciate it from all my heart. Thank you very much, Mr. Augustine. We're going to have you super soon again for a panel discussion.